We flew up here March 5th, the day that Herren Wellness opened, and I left my son and hoped and prayed that he would stay. But I had such a peace because I knew how inspirational Chris was to him. And they made a connection and saved my son's life.
I would say our journey started 2.5 years ago when my wife's health rapidly declined. It resulted with her in the hospital, in the ICU, accepted into a liver transplant clinic, and on the liver transplant list. That December afternoon when I came home and I saw her, I just knew that at that point I needed help.
One of the things that we see every day and that we've been witness to is when people first come to us, how important it is that they feel like they have a place where they can just kind of let their breath out, whether it's a family member or a guest or a significant other. People come in not feeling well, whether they're on the receiving end of treatment or they're the family member that has been, dealing with the struggle.
My journey started when alcohol became unmanageable for me. I was drinking around the clock with 3 small children at home, and everyone was essentially suffering. The minute you walk on the campus, there's a sense of community, there's a sense of love, there's a sense of empowerment. I felt like a human, not someone who was suffering or a problem to others. I was treated with dignity and respect and love, essentially, right from the beginning.
They really embraced Zachary right where he was at. I mean, it was a love and a compassion level that wasn't like anywhere that we'd ever been before. It wasn't clinical here. It was like you were at home, and they treated him like he was a family member.
We treat the families here at Herren Wellness just as we treat the guest. We meet them where they're at in the process. And the biggest thing that I think we help them with is not only understanding where the guest is at and where their loved one is at, but also where they're at in the process and how their recovery is a huge part of, maintaining a healthy family dynamic, and they all can grow together as a family.
I talked to Chris on the phone prior to bringing my wife here. He really took an appreciation for what we were going through, all the troubles that we had, and how much poor choices in coping were kind of wrecking our plan for a future. Everybody that worked here and some of the folks like Chris and Heather stayed in touch with me, kept me apprised of what was going on here, and really kind of kept me in the loop of everything. They were a quick text or a phone call away the entire time. And I did, believe me, text them quite a bit, see how she's doing. And it was very comfortable to know that, that she wasn't just a number here, she was a guest here, and she was seen as somebody that was valued.
From a family perspective, we walked on this campus and were welcomed with the biggest hugs from every single person that came out of the front door and said, everybody said, welcome to Herren, and we're on this journey with you.
The approach is so different than the other centers and facilities she had gone to. To watch the steps and the progress she's made in the past about 10 months now has been extraordinary. She is a completely different person. She values herself. She values her family again. And she is the daughter that we had lost is now back. And we're so thrilled with the steps that she's taken and continues to take in her recovery.
It's really a special place, and I'm grateful to be a part of it and see all the amazing transformations of people that first walk in the door to, when they leave, and seeing families recover as well is pretty special to be able to witness.
Herren Wellness has given my family so much hope and benefit. It's beyond expectations.
The love at Herren Wellness makes us different. The people who care and want to be here day in and day out makes us different. This is something that we've created very carefully. The culture, all of it matters at Herren Wellness.
Best decision I've ever made was the day that I reached out to Herren Wellness asking for help, because from that moment on, our lives have changed. I couldn't have pictured that we would be here knowing that where we came from.
People walk into Herren Wellness as guests and they walk out as family. And there's nothing more special than that, to watch